December 5th, 2022 reorganizational meeting. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Burgoyne?
Here.
Mr. Kujar?
Here.
Mrs. Lemon? Here. Mr. Metallic?
Here.
Mr. Price?
Here.
Mr. Shalinski?
Here.
Mrs. Secco? Here. Mr. Taz?
Here.
Mrs. Snatchko?
Here. May I have a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
Second.
Mrs. Sucko with a second by Mr. Price. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
60 seconds. May I have a motion to open nominations for President Pro Tem for the purpose of nominating and electing the board president?
Nominate Mr. Price.
Second.
Don't have to make the motion before.
Oh,
we
I'm
do.
sorry.
Yeah, this is the motion to open.
The motion knows.
I'm sorry.
Is that motion?
Second.
May I have a, now I would need some nominations for president. So,
Nominate Mr. Price.
Mr. Price.
Second.
May I have a motion to close nominations for President Pro Tem?
So moved.
Second.
And Mr. Price. You want me to vote on it?
All in favor?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Price, you're it.
Okay, election of the board president. First motion will be to open the nomination for board president to serve a one-year term. That's the motion. Are there any?
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
You need to ask for nominations.
Nomination for board president.
I nominate Mrs. Long Sancho.
Mrs. Snatchko's been nominated. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
No, ask for any other.
Any other nominations?
I'd like to nominate Tim Burgoyne.
Tim Burgoyne has been nominated. Is there a second? I'll second it to move on if I'm allowed to second it. Motion to close the nominations for board president.
So moved.
Second.
Second. Thank you.
So my suggestion would be, now we need a roll call, and when, your name is called, you identify whom you're voting president, since there are two nominees.
So we don't do each one separately, we can. Okay.
And Marcy does the roll call. I'm sorry, Mrs. Campa.
Mr. Kujar?
Mrs. Long Sancho.
Mrs. Lemon?
Mrs. Lawrence Fenchco.
Mr. Metallic?
Mrs. Long Sancho.
Mr. Price?
Mr. Burgoyne?
Mr. Shalinski?
Ms. Lonnie Snatchko.
Mrs. Secco?
Mr. Burgoyne.
Mr. Taz?
Mrs. Long Sancho.
Mrs. Snatchko?
Mrs. Snatchko. Congratulations, Mrs. Snatchko.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. And may I congratulate you for the great job you've done this past year.
I had 7 votes. Did you?
Pardon me?
Oh, do we vote?
Yes.
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 Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
It's assumed, but.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, sorry about that. Mr. Burgoyne?
Number one.
Mrs. Snatchko?
Mrs. Lonnie Snatchko.
Sorry about that, that's my first.
That's okay.
Okay. Okay, next we will accept nominations for board vice president to serve a one-year term.
I'm sorry, Mr. Price, but now goes back to the president to do.
All
The
right.
work
Oh.
has been completed.
Step right in there, Ms. President.
Thank you, Mr. Price. May I have a motion to open nominations for board vice president to serve a one-year term?
So moved.
Mrs.
Second.
Sicko, with a second by Mr. Burgoyne. Now we're accepting
Just a roll
nominations.
call vote on that. Just roll call.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is messing me all up. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Now we'll be accepting nominations for vice president.
I'd like to nominate Tim Burgoyne as vice president.
I'd like to nominate Zach Shalinski.
Do we have a second for Mr. Burgoyne?
I'll second.
Do we have a second for Mr. Shalinski?
Second.
Second, Mr. Devines. So, then now what do I do, Barb, since there's two?
Same thing.
Same thing.
When your name is called, you indicate for whom you're voting, and everybody votes.
Okay. You're up
Okay,
again.
Mr. Kujar,
Mr. Shalinski.
Mrs. Lemon,
Mr. Shalinski.
Mr. Vitale,
Mr. Shalinski.
Mr. Price,
Mr. Burgoyne?
Mrs. Secco,
Mr. Burgoyne.
Mr. Taz,
Mr. Shalinski?
Mrs. Snatchko,
Mr. Shalinski.
Mr. Burgoyne,
Ms. Burgoyne.
Mr. Shalinski,
Mr. Shalinski.
so Mr. Shalinski it is.
Congratulations to Mr. Shalinski.
Congratulations, Zach. All right, we just move on now, regular,
Yes,
right?
regular.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I request the board to appoint Peacock Keller LLP as the school district solicitor according to the following terms. An annual retainer of $500 per month. The current retainer is $400 per month.
So moved.
Mrs. Secco, do we have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Burgoyne. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Number 2, for general services, an hourly rate of $135 for services of a partner, $120 for services of one associate attorney, and $100 for the services of one paralegal working at all times under direct supervision of an attorney. Each of these reflects a $10 per hour increase. Do we have a motion? Do we have a-
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Seppo, with a second by Mr. Price. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Request the board appoint Washington Financial Bank as depository for school district funds.
Motion.
Mr.
Second.
Price, second by Mr. Boyd. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Request the board appoint observer reporter as the district's medium for advertising.
Motion.
Mr. Price with the second by Mrs. Secco. Any questions?
I do. Why is it, I mean, the newspaper, I know it's still out there and everything, but isn't there other more modern ways?
This is still the
It's
legal
still the
requirement.
standard.
School Boards Association and everyone on the planet else has been trying to get to be, if you only have to advertise on your website and send out
Yeah.
notices. This is still, it's antiquated, it's still required legally.
Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Request the board set the date and time of board meetings according to the school board meeting calendar as attached.
So moved.
Mrs. Secco, do we have a second?
Second.
Second, was that Mr. Kujar?
Yes.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn the reorganization meeting of the Burgettstown Area School District to be followed by the business meeting.
So moved.
Second. Do we have a second? Oh, Mr. Price did the motion? and
Yeah.
Mrs. Secco. All right, thank y'all.
Did you pledge allegiance again?
Call to order the business meeting for December 22nd, 2022. Do we do roll call again, Mrs. Graham?
Not required.
Okay,
It'll be noted in the minutes if no one left, and all 9 members are present.
all right, thank you. Section 2.1, Student Council, Ms. Barbie Cox.
I'm Harley Frost. I'm the Vice President of Student Council. I'm just gonna let you know some things that we're doing recently. We're assisting the 7th grade with a collection of supplies for the Washington County Humane Society. There is a tree in the middle high school lobby for the Humane Society. It has gift tags to support the shelter animals. Members of the community are welcome to take a tag, purchase the item on the tag, and place it under the tree. A teacher in the middle school, Ms. Nonak, will be collecting the items and delivering them closer to the holiday break. The second thing we're doing is assisting the Hope Club with the food collection going on now through December 9th. We are continuing to assist with deliveries to Burgettstown area food pantry. And we're also organizing a Sadie Hawkins dance. It'll be for grades 9 through 12 and held in the cafeteria on February 17th. We are sponsoring a banner contest for middle school and high school homerooms. It is not mandatory, you can participate if you'd like. Sponsoring a 12 days of holiday cheer. There's a different theme for each day, and the very first day is Wednesday the 7th, and the theme is Dress Like an Elf. School board members are welcome to participate in the food drive or the collection of the Washington County Humane Society. If you're interested, contact Ms. Dangle with your donation. Student forum members will attend their monthly meeting at IU1 next Tuesday, December 13th. And our next scheduled meeting is December 14th. We're inviting food service directors to attend. And that's all.
Thank you, Harley. Next up, Hope Club. Which lemons are Mr. Nick Lemon.
Good evening. My name is Nicholas Lemon. I'm here with, on behalf of Club Hope. Club Hope and the Blue and White Ambassadors, last month, were supporting the Children's Grief Awareness. On November 17th, they did a thing with it. And they created the first student-based video created by the students to to support Children's Grief Awareness. Our annual Club Hope food drive started on December 1st, and we are planning on all deliveries, all donations. I'm planning delivering all donations on December 12th. Our second blood drive of the year was held on December 1st. We collected 17 units of blood. We were only 8 short of our goal, which was 25 units of blood. So that is all I have for tonight. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Nick.
Thanks for what you do.
Routine business. May I have a motion to approve the minutes of the business meeting dated November 14th, 2022 as presented?
So moved.
Mrs. Sucko, with a second by Mr. Price. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Discussion review of agenda. Is this one more part of it?
Yes.
All right. The agenda tonight, we have a addendum. What would we call
We
this?
have to add a motion.
Add a motion. Okay. The first would be during the old business, new business, we'll be adding a motion to add representatives to WACTC because the current representatives are expiring, and this item was inadvertently omitted from the reorganization meeting agenda.
Pardon me, Madam Chair, you have to vote on adding that motion.
We do that now.
You can do that now.
Oh, I didn't-
That way you're
okay.
changing the agenda now
Okay.
for later.
All right, thank you. So may I have a motion to add the following motion to tonight's agenda due to the fact the terms of the previous appointed representatives are expiring. This item was inadvertently omitted from the reorganization meeting agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Price, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And then we will be adding a motion under 7.7 that includes resolution of a grievance filed by the association,
Pardon me. It's an
An
amendment.
an amendment.
It's
to the
end of-
motion.
To the end of the existing motion.
Okay. No, thank you. It includes resolution of the grievance filed by the association, is that the number of that one?
Yes, at number 1.
At number 1-2022-2023 in accordance with the email received from the association president on December 5th, 2022, The last one received at 6:33 p.m. indicating his agreement with the superintendent's most recent clarification. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, any other questions or changes to the agenda? May I have a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
So moved.
Mr. Price, do we have a second?
Second.
Second, Mrs. Secco, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 3.4, public comment. We have the Honorable Mayor Luke Snatchko listed here. Are you going?
No, we'll let Dana go.
No?
Mrs. Fertitta.
Okay, Mrs. Fertini.
Achieve with a large font. Okay, good evening. I'm here today, tonight to represent the Boost Bag program that we have going on within our district. The Blue Devil Boost Bag program was started in 2019-20 school year. And it was through the Burgettstown Area Community Development Corporation, BACDC, too many letters, who has partnered with the school district to identify families in need who have school-aged children. Non-perishable food items are provided each weekend for these school-aged children. All bags are packed by the Burgettstown Area School District Life Skills class and distributed discreetly to the children. Currently, there are over 16 families enrolled in the program. However, in previous years, the number has surpassed 50 families. The Burgettstown Area School District staff and school board members have even made delivery to the family's home during the Christmas break. Throughout the year and over the summer, large distributions are completed with the help of various district sports teams and organizations. In addition to supporting local families in need, the Boost Bag program also benefits the Life Skills class. These students organize, sort, deliver the bags of food to each school building. And this, I found out, is all year, so from fall to spring throughout the winter. They improve their skills in many areas. Basic math skills of adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing when they calculate the items needed for each bag. Identifying nutritional needs. Each week, the bag contains 11 items. They have to provide 2 breakfast items, 5 main meal items, 2 fruit items, and 2 snack items. They help take inventory. They problem solve when they are substituting items that we run short of, and what to do with the damaged items. They also work on their customer service assistant skills. That was one of my first jobs. I was a bagger, okay? Learning to bag the items so they make it home, the Pop-Tarts don't get smashed, the cans go on the bottom, things like that. The Boost Bag program has been successful throughout the years due to funding by local faith communities, local businesses, and even students within the school district. Last year, a grant was written by Mr. Luke Snatchko and was awarded by the Washington County Community Foundation, which helped provide for funding for the Boost Bag program. Tonight, we would like to recognize and thank Energy Transfer, who held their own food drive and are generously donating it to our Boost Bag program. They are providing us 36 cases of soup, 11 full boxes of canned goods and Slim Jim, 28 cases of soup, 12 cases of macaroni and cheese cups, in addition to a check. Without the support for our Boost Bag program, many local families would not be able to navigate these difficult times. Thank you again for your generous donation to Energy Transfer.
Mr. Snatchko, are you speaking?
No, you just have
No,
something
I'm
to say.
talking about Snatchko.
Yeah, sure.
You talking about
Marcus Snatchko.
It's like usual. I know, no Snatchkos will talk tonight, it's crazy.
Thank you very much for all that you do for the Boost Bag program. But I'm Chris Coop. I work in government and public affairs for Energy Transfer. If some way you haven't heard of Energy Transfer or you're not familiar with the company, We're one of the largest pipeline companies in the United States, and of course, here locally, over the course of the past several years, we've been very busy building out some very marquee pipeline systems for the area, in addition to a cryogenic processing facility that's located in Smith Township on Point Pleasant Road. It's the Revolution Cryo Facility. And so I guess about a few months ago, Mayor Snatchko had approached us to educate us about the Boost Bag program, which you did such a great job describing. And at Energy Transfer, we take the obligation in the communities where we operate very seriously. And so as an operator, we took a good look at what our funds were for the year, and we decided to issue a check. I got a big one here. It's not the official one. This won't cash, but in the amount of $1,000. And we hope that goes a very long way for the Boost Bag program. But in addition to that $1,000 financial contribution to the program, the reason that you see so many of our local employees here tonight is that when we started learning about the Boost Bag program, I asked Jason Griffin, who manages our cryo plant out on Creek and Point Pleasant Road, and also Mike Gavin, who manages our pipeline operations. Every year around the holidays, we like to galvanize, to get around, excuse me, an organization, a cause, to get that festive spirit up, and both of them felt really good about the Boost Bag program. And so the thing that I'm so excited about, and frankly the reason that I needed all of these folks here with me tonight, was that that 36 cases of cup of soup, 30 cases of canned soup, 11 full boxes of Slim Jims and other canned goods. That's all out in the hallway. And if you don't know what that looks like, it is a lot of food, and certainly surpasses the amount that's here on this check from a financial standpoint. And that's all straight out of their pocket. So again, we take the obligation where we operate, where we work, we're a part of this community. We want to continue to do that for many years to come, and we really like Burgettstown, and it's very important for us because of our operations here. And so I want to thank Mayor Luke, all of our employees for the great work that you guys did, and really the community here in Burgettstown. We're lucky to be a part of this, so thank you very much. Did you guys want to say anything else? Gavin?
I'm Mike Gavin, the office manager. I don't have much to add on. I used to roll the Thunders. Just appreciate the opportunity. Humbling experience giving back to needy kids. I've been in that situation, so it's good. I grew up in Pittsburgh in the Baldwin area, and it's nice to work around the whole community and surrounding areas and give back. So we appreciate the opportunity to have us tonight. So thank you guys.
Yep, appreciate it. I realize you guys have a busy agenda, but it would be okay to get a quick picture with our guys here at the school board meeting with all of you. Is that possible to do? Awesome. Come on up, guys.
We should do. This is for Teeny.
This is for Teeny too, for that picture.
Chris, while they're getting all that, I just also want to say, you guys have always been a great neighbor. Anytime we've ever reached out in other organizations and stuff, you guys have always jumped to help and to educate and to do things. So thanks for being I think we're 3 air miles.
A little over 3 years.
Yep. So, thanks for being such a good neighbor.
All right, guys. These guys get back to work.
We just kind of like go here for that.
The mayor.
Yeah, everybody's saying everybody.
I have a lot of real estate for me.
Just trying to get it so it doesn't go to sleep on.
Come here, honey. All right, very good. Can everyone see? All good?
Fine, ready? All right, 1, 2, smile. I'm gonna get one for the school. All right, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. And we'll leave this pink check for you all as a token.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
See you guys, thank you
Merry
guys.
Christmas to you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chris.
Poor Amy's got bright red on today. Everybody's just like, everything's blue and then Amy's the only festive. Oh, no, got red on today. Two festive ones for Christmas. I got two left.
A lot of facing this way.
Mrs. Fatini, are you in need of food every week? Is there certain supplies that you're looking for that you need?
We never turn anything down.
There is a list there.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Thank you. That was awesome. Thank you.
That was.
A good material was.
Anybody else? Anybody else public comment, or Mrs. Campbell? Sorry. Reports and presentations. Any correspondence tonight, Mr. Pushkar?
We do have a donation from PSBA of a book and a letter that came with it. It says, "Dear Superintendent Stephen Pushkar and Board President Carrie Lonick-Snatchko, we hope that your school year is off to a great start. As your fellow advocates in public education, we recognize the time and effort you put into providing students with resources and opportunities to succeed. Please accept this addition to your library in appreciation for your district's commitment to Pennsylvania's students and communities. Memoirs of a Goldfish by Devlin Silgan, illustrated by Tim Bowers, is a hilarious tale of friendship and discovery that's sure to delight when read aloud or independently." I'm not reading it aloud to you all tonight. I do that I'll do it on Read Across America Day, right? We are so pleased to partner with PSBA's governing board president on this project. PSBA supports your work and that of public schools across the Commonwealth. If we can be of assistance in any way, please reach out and start a conversation and visit us at psba.org. And it's signed by their director of member outreach and their outreach manager. So this is the book. It is an elementary level book, and we will have it placed in the library up here. I won't pass it around in case you want to take a look. And that is all the correspondence.
Thank you, Mr. Pushkar. I saw Mrs. Schaefer. There you go, Mrs. Schaefer.
No.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to start off by congratulating some of our high school chorus members who have been accepted into the Washington County Chorus. The students accepted into this program have to submit a formal application to be considered. They will be granted the opportunity to sing with other students in Washington County in a community choir. Congratulations to Maggie Allen, Caroline Brown, Emily Daly, Bridget Dye, Lydia Haskins, Ashlyn Kubatka, Annabelle McConnell, Shannon McGivern, Skylar Pennington, Ella Steele, Lacey Strang, Elizabeth Walker, Faith Wilson, Mary Woodhouse, and Sean Yates. As a reminder, the Winter Middle High School Combined Choral and Band Concert is scheduled for Monday, December 19th at 7 p.m. Switching gears, I'd like to take a moment to highlight one of our middle high school faculty members this evening. As you may be aware, our building PWAS data was recently released. This statistical analysis is used to measure a district's, schools, and teachers' influence on the academic progress rates of groups of students from year to year. One benchmark that I would like to recognize tonight is the career benchmark. Throughout a student's educational career, students are required to meet specific standards and gather career-specific information and artifacts that will ultimately prepare them for life after commencement. In the 2020-2021 school year, only 52.9% of our students met this benchmark, which was 33% below the statewide average. I am proud to announce that for the 2021-2022 school year, 99.3% of our students met the career standards benchmark. As you can see, this is a major achievement. Burgettstown Middle High School students achieved this benchmark 11.4% above the statewide average and 1.3% above the statewide achievement standard. Though it took many team members to plan, coordinate, and organize all of the data and events to ensure that our students were meeting this standard, one faculty member truly, in my opinion, went above and beyond. I'd like to recognize Chris Miller, infotech and accounting teacher at the middle high school, for her tireless efforts in ensuring that our students met the benchmark for this standard. Chris was an instrumental member of our team, and I cannot be more proud to share with you the results of her hard work and dedication to our students. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Schaefer. Mrs. Burton.
Good evening, everybody. December has been a busy month, even though it's just started. Chris Burnford and I have worked hard to get our December 1st head count into the state. We're still finalizing, and it's hard to understand because we work from October until December 1. We think we have everything cleared up on our end. Chris submits it to the IU and we get it back with some errors. So we're cleaning that up, but right now we have 225 special ed students that will go in for our December 1st head count. The other thing, and I don't know, Brian's not here to mention it, last Act 80 Day was a full day at the high school, and we brought in a speaker from the IU to work with our entire middle and high school staff on the science of reading. She's going to be coming back 2 more times. She's giving staff ideas on teaching vocabulary, modifying lessons, and a wealth of knowledge that I feel will benefit our teachers to reach all of our students, not just special ed, but on the game. So thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Burton. Mr. Navadakis.
Really going from the November to December, it's our December 1st child count. I've been working on that with Michelle and cleaning up our October stuff, which even though you get things in, things still come out the wrong way, and you gotta make sure other schools don't have the kid, and it's crazy. It's a part of the job that I never expected to do, but it's a big part of it. Have been working on the AR/VR sets. A couple years ago, I did a presentation with the board at the time on the AR/VR, and Google recently has ended their app and so forth. So at the end of last year, we purchased an app that will alleviate that, or remove that app and do a new one with different AR/VR, which is like, for those of you who are newer, it lets the kids go out to like the White House and do a tour of the White House, or go to France and do a tour somewhere in France. And it's down here in the elementary school, and a lot of the teachers like it because it gives the immersive experience to kids who will probably never have a chance to get to, let's say, France or even the White House for the most part. And other than that, progress reports are coming up this week, and yeah, it moves fast, and just trying to, winter comes and it's time when Chromebooks start getting put in the book bag a little bit more, and we start to have a little bit more cracked screens and stuff. So just keep them busy with making sure those are staying in those kids' hands.
I have a question, just as a parent and also as a board member, with the Chromebooks. Some of the kids have had them since 3rd grade, and they're working fine. How often are those going to be changed around, or even like the output?
So typically, it's almost about a 5. I've gotten it to almost a 5-year cycle.
Okay. So they're lasting that long?
Yeah, they're about 5 years, and they're like anything. We have issues with some, and it's about having parts and replacing, and
like the charging cord.
Yeah,
like
the
that.
charging cord. That's all separate. That's a whole different piece. They will last as long as, but a lot of times they come back damaged just because of misuse and so forth. But the machines themselves are at about 5 years, and that's their life expectancy on the Chromebooks.
Okay, I
They-
just didn't know if it was costing us
They,
more, or
they,
like if
they
it's.
they quit updating after 5 years. Now, because of COVID, they changed that a little bit, but you're looking at about, it's life cycle of any computer, you're about 5 years.
That's
So,
better than what I expected it to be.
yeah, but they get a
Because
lot
I
of
know they
work.
got abused during
They,
COVID.
they get abused, actually probably less during COVID than now, because they weren't traveling.
Back and forth.
And the amount of times they open and close, it's just, the ones when they get to 4 or 5 years, you can see where the wear and tear on the hinges and things start to break. So with the insurance fund, we buy extra of those and fix and, it works out.
I was just curious. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nat.
You're welcome.
Mrs. Slade?
Again, good evening. We took advantage of the nice weather that we had in November. All the drive and steer tires on all the buses have been switched around. All the servicing that we needed to do was done. Winter additives have been added and preventive measures. We're ready to go. We're working with Kevin for winter sports schedules, so we'll see how that all works.
Thank you, Mrs. Slade. Mr. Minford?
Good evening, everybody. So if you notice on my board report, you'll notice that the breakfast went down a little bit. If you didn't know, during Thanksgiving, everybody decides to take vacation. So we had a lot of students out and this and that. So that's one of the big flaws you'll see on the actual report. So far, we've had no shortage of lettuce. So far, I know it's a redundant thing, but I found iceberg lettuce so far every order, which is every week, so it's going good there. I'm also meeting with the student council on December 14th. In January, we'll also be doing Keystone tests, so we'll be providing breakfast for all of the children that will be doing the Keystone tests. Any questions from me?
I have a question, Chris, just to both of you. When you do a deposit in the student's cafeteria fund, it's a third party that takes that credit card payment and there's a fee.
Correct.
So every time I make a payment or put whatever on every month, that fee, it goes to that third party,
It
correct?
goes to the third party, it's not good.
Is there not a way that we could process those in the school district where we're maybe doing that fee and getting that $5 or whatever it is, or $6?
So what you could do is send a check in with the check.
Right, no, I'm saying like, they're making a profit.
Okay.
I'm just saying like, if parents still wanna do it as a credit card payment,
Mhm.
like, it's convenient, it's automatically debited every month, whatever. That fee, isn't there a way that we,
The-
as a school
It's
district?
similar to a utility, like.
There-
Yeah.
That was set up years ago, and it's a base fee through the company. And I believe at the time that we could actually add a fee to it as well, on top of their fee, but it was not, it's not one that could be pulled through.
I didn't wanna add any more fee to it, I'm just saying, if we could do it ourselves in some way and get that fee, cause a lot of
That fee would
parents.
go right to the bank for the credit card.
Oh, I know, but I mean, if there was a way that we could, because I know a lot of parents are on the automatic payment, like every month it just automatically fills once it gets to it. And that's a lot of fees and a lot of money that.
I can look into it, try to figure something out.
If there's a way we can make money off of that instead of giving it to a third party person, it adds up after a while when you've got this many students that do.
Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
So, yeah, I mean, I know I can write a check, but if I knew that extra $5, that it's just a
Yeah.
convenience.
Convenience factor. Yeah, I'll look into it.
Thanks.
Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Minford. Mr. Ziegler?
Evening, everyone. We're extremely busy, late November, early December. Work orders are piling up, obviously, hot, cold, HVAC, plumbing, electrical. We're knocking them out one at a time. Staffing wise, we'll be full starting this Saturday. Nickname's Bo. He'll be the new weekend custodian, so we'll get him trained and get him going. Gym lighting, waiting on a last quote from a contractor. I reached out to 4. One was interested, but too busy, so I have 2 of them aboard. One quote I have, one I'm waiting on. Spoke with him today. I should know that by Tuesday or Wednesday. The lights are available to us. They're about 12 days out, so we'll be right there on the line for Christmas break to do the work. If we would slide or slip Our next target time would probably be right around Easter to do that. They need about a week to do the work. There is rebates on the lights. They're about $1.80. Rebates are $80 a fixture, so that's helpful. Snow, we're ready to go. Let's just hope the weather stays the way it is. Any questions for me?
The gym lighting, why is that, can you dumb it down for me, because I don't know much, why is that such a big job that that we can't do it until Christmas break?
So there's about 80 lights hanging.
Okay,
All the lights need to come down, and there's bar joists up in the ceiling, junction box mounted to the bar joist. The SJO cord going into the light, that will need replaced along with the fixture.
okay,
When the SJO cord goes into the fixture, those fixtures have about 8 bulbs in them and they run off 3 ballasts. The ballasts are very old. Let's just go back 15 years. So they heat up, they're very hot. So all that heat in that fixture is basically melting your protective casing on the wiring. And then with all the balls and kick to no lights, the bulbs come down out of the fixtures and then they break.
all right,
So,
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I was we knew that it was happening, but I didn't know why it was
Yeah.
such a big job.
so you're gonna have less fixtures, don't hold me to the number, but you're gonna go from 80 lights to about 45.
Okay.
So, there's some savings there.
Are you gonna be at the meeting on Thursday?
My daughter's coming in from college, so I'm uncertain of that. Anything else?
I sent an email earlier today, not sure if anyone.
I read it, yeah, I read
Yeah.
it.
So I was up at the baseball field today and there's a large puddle in left field.
I haven't been up there, in short. Tim, you were there, Chris, you were there. We were short on soil. I had to have Anthony bring in more soil. We followed the contractor's directive. We rolled the whole field, rolled the ruts. You still have some low spots all through the field. Everything was aerated and overseeded and fertilized.
Yeah.
And then along with, the only thing that we did differently was instead of the compost on top of the perennial rye, with those cold temps coming in, I went with straw, just so we have a blanket over it.
Yeah, the grass is coming up, but there's
Yeah.
there's humps.
And then
There's
we'll
humps
need to
everywhere.
decide how we're gonna move forward,
Yeah.
whether we're gonna create some type of maintenance program with ABC company or whomever we'd like to choose. So we're gonna have to roll the field every year, we're gonna have to aerate it every year, overseed it every year, and he also said once a year, we need to fill in all the ruts and seed them first thing in the spring and fertilization 3 times.
Okay, so we plan on filling in all those holes in March. or whatever.
If not February, if we
Yeah,
can.
right.
Yep,
Yeah, there's
if
still-
we choose to do so.
Yeah, but, I mean, if anyone was talking to Coach Tuno, he was pretty unhappy about what was done. So
Understood.
he doesn't see any improvement. So-
That was a pretty big swirl in that left field that's filled up.
Yeah.
And
But yes,
then mind
still
you, I
needs to be
mean,
improved.
yeah,
I said
we
that wrong.
track things in and 5 inches of soil turns into 3 inches of soil with settling. So you're gonna have a puddle or 2 somewhere.
So would it make sense to put some dirt out there now to let it settle and then seed it in the springtime, just so it has time to?
No,
Flatten out a little bit?
no, I don't even wanna go on that field.
Yeah, it's squishy.
And
Very
they,
squishy.
and they said the one thing when we were talking to the guy, the big problem is compaction up there. You're pointing out the clover, and he's saying that's part of the reason for the highs and lows and all that. And we need the aeration to increase the freeze-cold,
Right,
freeze-thaw
and to
cycle.
loosen and
Actually
soften the
loosen
soil.
itself up to get it worse, actually. And then once it's aerated and better,
Yep.
once you roll it, start looking.
Yeah, if we definitely bring in
And
more
just
dirt
think,
this
that's
spring,
probably the first time that field's been aerated, I'm just gonna assume in 10, 12 years,
Probably.
you know, or if not longer. Happy holidays to all you and your family.
You too. Thank you so much, Mr. Ziegler. Mrs. Graham?
I have nothing to add to the report, other than to say thank you again, and I look forward to working with all of you for another year, and have a lovely holiday.
Thank you. Mr. Pushkar?
Thank you. Just a note, we had an executive session prior to the meeting, for personnel and legal issues, and we will adjourn to executive session at the end of the meeting, but will not be returning from that adjournment. The only personnel for, after the meeting. The only report I want to have is I just want to thank the board, this evening, if all goes well, we will have a teacher contract, and it was, because of a lot of work by many of you, if not all of you, there was, the team that worked on it, but also all of the input that you have and truly your commitment to the district showed through that entire process. So we know it's been long. We're getting there. We see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I'm excited about putting that on the other side of us and moving forward as a team with the teachers. That's my report.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve all administrative reports as presented?
So moved.
Mrs. Sacco, with the second by Mr. Price. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Budget and Finance, Mr. Kuchar.
Five point one, list of bills. Motion to ratify the list of bills for December 22, present for approval to January 2023 meeting. That is a motion, but is that correct?
That's how we did it last year.
So we're already approving the December bills?
So that they can pay the bills, and then we're gonna ratify back again in January that we've paid them.
So we ratify them now, but we don't
So
approve
then
them
they
until
can
next
pay
month.
them, correct.
A motion to ratify, okay, I guess that's
The
what I
approval will
missed.
be next month.
Okay. Now, the November bills aren't in here.
We
Is it
did,
just because we had an earlier meeting this month?
yeah, wait, no, did we do them last month?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it would've been on November's agenda.
I got you. But I thought it's. Yeah, I thought it's. Yeah, because last month it's motion to ratify the list of bills for October. So the list of bills from November, we're a week early too, so that could be a reason why. I don't know.
I'm sure that has a part of it, with
Okay.
it being a little earlier. Probably did the agenda based off the same way it was last year, which would have been an earlier one, and kind of do those things ahead of time.
Yeah. So we're gonna want to do that in the January meeting,
Yes.
ratify or pay, or motion to approve the bills for January and December. In January. Sorry, November and, yeah.
December and January.
Yeah.
But what about November?
But how about, we're
November.
skipping November though, so how does that work?
I'm gonna have to look into that,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You'll-
because we haven't
Any
approved,
amendment?
we haven't approved,
Well, you don't have,
we,
you don't have the November bills.
we don't have the November bills, we don't have the December bills, obviously.
Right, my suggestion with respect to the November bills, since you do have a special meeting, and you still have more than 24 hours before your special meeting on Thursday, if you can get the November bills out, you can approve the November bills then, if that works for you. Then you cleaned up November, and now you're just working on December when you approve in January.
Yeah.
If the November bills have not yet been approved.
I'll look.
That's a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second, Mrs. Sacco. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
5.2, financial statement, motion to accept the financial statements as presented and placed on file for audit.
That's a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Price. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
5.3, AIU Joint Purchasing Program. This is a motion to approve the AIU resolution authorizing participation in and appointment of representatives to the AIU Joint Purchasing Program for the 2023-2024 school year to obtain potential advantages of joint purchasing of school materials, supplies, equipment, and services. That is a motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Metallic. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
5.4, Federal E-rate program. This is a motion to approve contracting with Education Plus LLC to assist with the federal E-rate program application process on behalf of BASD for a term of 3 years covering funding year 2023, 2024, and 2025. The annual fee for filing a Category 2 applications will be 5% of committed funding with a minimum admin fee of $1,000. No fee will be charged if the district chooses not to apply. That is a motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Burgoyne. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Section 6, Education, Mrs. Lemon.
Thank you. Good evening. Under 6.1, the enrollment report is available online. 6.2, this month's guidance newsletter also is available online. 6.3, the health and safety plan. I'd like to make a motion, please, to accept the review and revision of the Burgettstown Area School District Health and Safety Plan for the 2022-2023 school year. The board directs the superintendent to post this version of the plan on the district website.
Motion, may I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mrs. Sucko. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
6.4, professional development. Number one, I'd like to make a motion, please, to ratify the listed professional development as presented with costs to be paid by Title II. John Dougherty to attend the Hidden High Stories Project at Intermediate Unit 1 in Cole Center, PA on November 17th, 2022. Total approximate cost $120. And letter B, April Eagle to attend Third Quest training virtually on December 1st, 2022. And the total approximate cost is $305.
May I have a second? Mrs. Sucko, any questions? All in favor? Oh, sorry.
I do have a question for Barb. So how, it's just a general question. So stuff that was already happened, what if somebody were opposed to that?
If somebody's opposed to it, that's fine. If 5 or more of you are
Yes.
opposed to it, it's a little bit of a problem.
Okay.
So.
I was just wondering how that
Yeah, when they
worked.
come in after the fact.
Why do they come in after that?
Yeah.
A lot of it is timing with when we learn there's a conference or something we want to go to, and then professional development is granted and all of that, so
Sometimes it can't be.
it can't be helped.
Oh, gotcha.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number two, I'd like to make a motion, please, to approve the listed professional development as presented with costs to be paid by Title II. Letter A, April Eagle to attend Third Quest training virtually on December 8th for a half day. Total approximate cost is $252.50. Letter B, for Beth Roman to attend Prepare Workshop 2, Mental Crisis Intervention, responding to acute traumatic stressors at school at IU1 McMurray Campus in McMurray, PA, December 19th and 20th, 2022. Total approximate cost, $55. Chris Nevadoskis to attend Three Rivers Education Technology Conference at South Fayette High School in McDonald on January 16th, 2023. Total approximate cost, $70. John Dougherty to attend the Hidden High Stories Project at Intermediate Unit 1 in Cole Center, PA on the following dates, January 19th, March 16th, and May 18th, 2023. Total approximate cost is $530.50.
That's a motion, may I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Burgoyne, any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
6.5, the sanctioned school-related activities. I'd like to make a motion, please, to include world cultures and high school band students, grades 9 to 12, to the list of eligible students participating in the New York City field trip previously approved November 14th, 2022.
That's a motion, may I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Burgoyne, any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
I'd like to make a motion, please, to approve the overnight trip for the varsity baseball team to participate in the Ripken Experience in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for approximately 25 student athletes, grades 9 to 12, March 23rd through the 27th, 2023, at no cost to the district, with parent guardian permission.
That's a motion, may I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mrs. Sucko, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Subject 6.6, curtailment of programs. And I'd like to make a motion, please, to approve the curtailment of Family and Consumer Sciences, Human Sciences General, and to mark the program for deletion in PDE's FRCPP CATS system.
It's a motion, may I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mrs. Sucko, any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
I'd like to make a motion, please, to approve the curtailment of Child Care and Support Service Management, CIP code 190708, and to mark the program for deletion in PDE's FRCPP CATS system.
It's a motion, may I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mrs. Sucko, any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
And 6.7, clubs and activities. I would like to make a motion, please, to approve the Child Care Club at Burgettstown Middle High School, sponsored by Libby Boley, teacher.
It's a motion, may I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mrs. Sucko, any questions?
I have one. What is it actually? What is the child care club?
So the child care that we have at the high school,
Off of the, okay,
Right, so they have some fundraising there and things like that.
okay.
Any other questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Section 7, personnel, Mr. Price.
7.2 deals with resignations. The recommended action is a motion to accept with regret the resignations as listed of the following personnel: Elizabeth Bowley and Rachel Spence. That's a motion.
This motion, may I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mrs. Secco. Any questions? All in favor?
Should that be 22, 23?
No,
She
that's
did
it,
it
she
at the
did
end.
it, yeah.
Any other questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
7.3 employment. Number 1, the motion to ratify the following employment items. A, Glenn Brady to the position of 9th grade boys basketball coach as of December 1, 2022, pending receipt of all paperwork. And motion number 2, to approve the following employee items. Albert Shereko to the position of part-time weekend custodian, and Scott Rochelle to the position of part-time maintenance technician as of December 6, 22. That's a motion.
May I have a second? Second, Mrs. Lemon. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
7.4, additional compensation. The recommended action is the motion to approve the listed additional compensation personnel item as presented. Number 1, grade 6 to 12 math and business education department chair, at 80 Bolos, I guess, is pronunciation. That's a motion.
Second.
Second, Mrs. Secco. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
7.5, leaves of absence. Recommended action to approve the list of leave of absence as presented. Employee number 097391 for unpaid FMLA, not to exceed 60 days. That's a motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mrs. Secco. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
7.6, volunteers. Recommended action is a motion to ratify the listed volunteers as presented. Sanshiro Abbey as volunteer wrestling coach as of November 18th. Glenn Brady as volunteer boys basketball coach as of November 18th. And Virginia Loom as musical volunteer pending receipt of all paperwork. That's a motion.
Second. Second, Mrs. Lemon. Any questions?
Statement. I think Sonny Alday is a pretty big one for the district. If nobody knows, he's a former Olympian and national champion wrestler.
4 times.
So,
Does Glenn Brady need to be a volunteer if he's approved? I mean, I don't want to get things mixed up. He's approved already as a 9th grade coach.
This was that interim time.
Oh, okay, okay. Gotcha.
Right.
So liability coverage is what's right.
Got it.
Any other questions or statements? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right.
7.7 is the BAEA professional agreement. The recommended action is the motion to ratify a professional agreement between the Burgettstown Area Education Association and the Burgettstown Area School District dated July 1, 2022 through June 30, 2027. This includes a resolution of the grievance filed by the association at number 1-2022 to 2023 in accordance with the email received by the association president on December 5th, 2022. The last one received at 6:33 p.m. indicating his agreement with the superintendent's most recent clarification. That's a motion to approve as amended.
May I have a second? Second, Mrs. Levin. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Price. Athletics and related activities, Mr. Vitale.
Your athletic report is available online.
Thank you. Transportation, Mr. Shalinski.
9.1 transportation reports can be found online.
Thank you. Number 10, buildings and grounds, Mr. Burgoyne.
10.1 goes ground, reports can be found online.
Thank you. 11, Western Area Career and Technology Center, Mrs. Secco.
We had a co-op dinner on Thursday, which, lovely Mr. Shalinski joined us and was there for dinner and had a tour, and several other businesses from Burgettstown as well as Washington County. It was a nice turnout for
I
everyone.
heard it was awesome. Food service, Mr. Kuchar.
The food service report is available online. Just two notes. Thanks, Mr. Minford, you added the district employee cost to our report, so you can see the all-in P&L, at least for October. And I think you said we're definitely gonna be better than we were in previous years with the P&L for the cafeteria, so it was a profitable October, surprisingly, but a good surprise. And then just one other note, we haven't raised cafeteria prices since 2019, 2020, I think it's what maybe it's you gave it to us at some point. Let's say it's 2019, 2020, right? So I just wanted to throw that out there that we need to think about raising prices for 2023, 2024 school year with the cost of food going up. And so we've seen that for me over a 4-year span, we should probably raise it a nickel, a dime, whatever it is.
Out of curiosity, I know that fluctuates quite a bit, but what is our poverty level and what is the free lunch? It usually is around 47%.
I don't know them off the top of my head.
Still right there.
Still.
It's still, it doesn't might be higher.
Okay.
How much is lunches?
I can't think what off me. $2.35 at the high school, $2.25 at the other.
Seems low. So I think Picker Dollars are all over $3.
We looked at all the prices around the area.
I know that.
Like we got prices
Food costs
from like
might be about the same.
Avella, Fort Cherry and stuff like that, and we're all within 5 cents of each other.
Okay.
Just wait till Little Nick starts putting stuff on alcohol. Have specific gifts.
I just got my letter today, Mr. Minford. I haven't checked that.
That
account in a while.
it's dangerous in the middle school, let me tell you.
So it's just something that we'll talk about, in a few months.
Anything else?
No, okay.
Student discipline, Mrs. Secco.
Nothing to report.
Policy, Mr. Paz.
14.1, policy 626 is the class for review. 14.2, final reading. Recommended action, motion to approve list of policies as presented. Number 1, policy 610, number 2, policy 611, number 3, policy 827.
It's a motion, may I have a second?
Second.
Second, is that Mr. Kuchar?
Yes.
Mr. Kuchar, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Under old business, new business, do I request a motion? Okay. I'd like to request a motion to appoint Melissa Secco to serve as the district's representative on the Western Area Career and Technology Center Joint Operating Committee, and to appoint Amy Lemon to serve as the district's alternative representative to that committee. Each appointment is for a 3-year term in accordance with the school code. We have a second, Mr. DuBois. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. 16, legislative, Mr. Matali.
Can we have old business, new business? I'd like to ask something.
Sorry.
In years past, pre-COVID even, we had asked for Dr. Walsh to look into getting an ATM up at the high school.
Okay.
We've got basketball games, wrestling tournaments that are huge. We've got the youth basketball that's up here, baseball, and there's concession stands. And a lot of people don't realize that there's not an ATM up here, that they'll actually leave, go into town and use ATM. We've looked in, I think Washington Financial, they never got back to us. It was just, and plus again, COVID jumped in and it kind of put things inside. Could we look into that again and having that up here? Because there's a lot of things that are purchased during those tournaments, and some people don't carry that much cash on them, and they don't have access to a debit card machine or anything.
I can certainly look at that.
Because we could also have the fees that would be generated back to the school district.
I mean, I would be more comfortable if it was.
For some reason, I think Ben and Becky did that, but I'm not positive.
We'll find out. We'll look at it.
Because I mean, I know there's ones that you can even purchase yourself and fund them yourself.
Yeah.
Which I know that it's kind of iffy.
Right.
Right, I'm just saying, but I mean, like, we looked into some of the stuff and it just kind of went to the wayside, and a lot of money could be raised. Or
I would
even,
definitely take a look at it.
I I know Washington Financial, they weren't real receptive to it, I don't know why. Right.
I think Canada does. There's a lot of high schools that do. Trinity was looking at it a few years ago, but it never, but it didn't go anywhere.
And during school hours, I think it's actually even turned off that the kids can't access it because they really have no reason to
Yeah, like the
access
vending
it.
machine.
Yeah, the vending machines are turned off and everything, so, but something like when we have like a wrestling tournament, and we've got that many people here.
I like the
That's a
idea.
good idea. We've tried for years, I wanna say 5 years, we've been trying to look into this, so.
Any other old business, new business? Nothing legislative, Mr. McCallum?
No, nothing legislative.
Nothing else? May I have a motion to adjourn, please?
Motion?
To executive session, sorry.
Motion.
Do we have a second, please? Mr. Price? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all.